All right, for this next giveaway PC that we are building, you can already see the performance parts on that giveaway link that I just sent you. It is none other than, where'd it go? Oh my God, I didn't forget the CPU, did I? We have an Asus Prime RTX 5060 Ti. Sorry about the slight downgrade. 5060 Ti still good. This is a 16 gig model. I won't be giving away an 8 gig 5060 Ti. Don't worry. I got you. With a Ryzen 5 7500F. The AliExpress special right here. There we go. That is our CPU and GPU combination for the next giveaway PC. Additionally, we have a B850 Pro-A Wi-Fi from ASRock. This is actually a pretty good looking motherboard here. B850 on the latest. All sorts of bells and whistles on this one. I'm not gonna be honest, or I am gonna be honest. I was more worried about the aesthetics. Here we go. For the RAM, we got some Corsair Vengeance RGB DDR5 kit, 6,000 megahertz, 32 gigs, hopefully CL30. Actually, I think I might have had to go a little higher. No, CL30, we're good. CL30. For the SSD, we got a T-Force G50. This is a Gen 4. It's like a mid-range drive, I think. 1 terabyte here. To cool the 7500F, we have the most overkill option possible. Don't make fun of me. Montech sent out their new Hyperflow ARGB 360. And I've heard actually really good things about this new Hyperflow AIO. We obviously do not need an AIO for a 7500F, but we want one for aesthetics. And when I get free parts, you guys get free parts. So I had to use it somewhere. For our power supply, this is the Raid Max Cobra Power 650 watt ATX 3.1, which is what we want for the RTX 50 series cards. 650 watts will work. This is a tier C rated unit. These aren't super popular, but they were on a crazy deal a while ago, and I bought a bunch of them. Good enough for a build like this being tier C. And finally, the case. Boom. This is the brand new Lian Li LanCool 207 digital. This is a screen right here. That is an LCD screen that you can customize. And Lian Li is jumping into the put the screens on everything mindset. And this is their new 207. It actually comes with 4 pre-installed black fans. We got 2 up here at the front. I believe these are 140s. They're pretty big. And then we got some 120s down at the bottom, which are directly intaking air into our graphics card. So like we're gonna have a serious cooling setup for this PC. We got these fans right here, just directly blowing fresh air into the graphics card. And the reason why this is fresh air is because the power supply actually goes up front on this one. Very unorthodox setup here in the PSU basement. The power supply goes up front. That way these fans underneath the GPU can actually get fresh air that isn't blocked by the power supply. Pretty cool concept. I'm excited to try this one out. This is the Lian Li LanCool 207 digital with the screen up there at the front. I am genuinely looking forward to this. It's going to be an all black build with white RGB. We should be able to configure all the RGBs on the stream tonight. Let me turn. I also have one of my employees configure these sticks already for white RGB action. I hope it saves. It should be able to save it to the memory, but I don't know how consistent that actually works. Hopefully it turns on as white. But yeah, that is the new giveaway PC. I haven't built a PC for a couple weeks. I didn't stream last Thursday. It's been 2 weeks since I built. Tomlin always finds a way. I mean, he does. I have absolutely no reason to doubt him. Have you played Gran Turismo 7? No, I do not have a PlayStation. I would love to. Who won? A person named WV Skiing. West Virginia Skiing. I bought this motherboard based off of pricing and, more importantly, aesthetics. I have a feeling that this IO shield... Oh, wait, that is not an IO shield. We need an IO shield. This, like, heatsink, the aesthetics are gonna match the build absolutely perfectly, black and white. Call me petty, but aesthetics over everything. I do need an IO shield, though. There we go. The E-Meditation Center with the $1 YouTube Super Chat, thank you. I'm tired, it's 3 a.m. I'm good, Papa Zach. Dude, I'm not kidding. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. That might be my thing. If I just only respond to people that say Papa Zach. I mean, we can make that happen. Pittsburgh made a horrible mistake, but I love the content, bro. I know, man. It's a very painful trade today. I was saying it at the beginning of the stream. I really feel like in the last 20 years of being a diehard Steelers fan that this is the most painful trade that we've ever gone through. But I do think that it's going to end up being a net positive for us. If you look at the track record of good wide receiver, talented wide receivers that the Steelers have traded, Steelers have traded talented wide receivers at the perfect time every single time. Like, we have not traded a talented wide receiver and then they're good somewhere else. That's when their career tanks. Steelers, they get rid of like the more diva drama based wide receivers at the right time. They have a good track record objectively. Why we traded for Metcalf? Not 100% sure. Not 100% sure on that one. I mean, I'm all for it. I am definitely all for it, but everything that I just said kind of goes against that one. Le'Veon wasn't a wide receiver, but same concept? Not really. Steelers weren't going to give him the money. He sat out. Like, it is what it is. I don't know. I don't really think that's the same thing. And then he sucked with the Jets. Like, I'm sure... Well, I shouldn't say I'm sure. I would imagine that there's some regret in that whole thing. Like, he had a big career ahead of him in Pittsburgh, especially during the Killer Bee days. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't... When you're in the NFL, no matter how good you are, you have a tiny window of getting paid. And Le'Veon was trying to get paid at the exact time that he should have been trying to get paid as a running back. Steelers, specifically, run their running backs... Sorry, you're not watching. Run their running backs into the ground and then don't pay them. Like, that's very typical Steelers MO. And he saw that coming and he tried to change it, and the Steelers would not change their ways for him, and it was just a decision. I mean, I don't fault either party for it, to be honest. All right, so I just installed the SSD. This T-Force G50 is another one. This is my first time using this SSD, actually. That the heat shield did not come pre-installed. We do not need it because our motherboard has a built-in heatsink, but I do love, I will remember this, or I'll try to. I really like when SSDs do that because you don't need to put that on there if your motherboard comes installed with them, which is really cool. I saved the best for last here. We have our 7500F. Usually that goes in first. Doesn't really matter. But we are indeed going with an AliExpress special with the i5, oh my god. The Ryzen 5 7500F. What is on my finger? Got a piece of hair on there. We're gonna install this in here like so. Shaky fingers and all. You just gotta work around it. Gave that a little bit of a wiggle. Drop that down on there. Crank it down. And then this pops off. We actually gotta save these. I gotta remember to save that. We're trying to build up a stockpile of those for ZTT so we can get rid of some motherboards that we have laying around here. This motherboard is, this CPU, we bought brand new. But it has some thermal paste, or not thermal paste, but it's got, you can tell that it's been used before. That's from us though. We made a video about the Ryzen 5 7400F. And in that video, we tested it against the 7500F just to see what the difference was. That's the only time that this was used. Otherwise, it's a brand new CPU. It got used for maybe like 2 hours or so. Okay, and now the last thing to do for this motherboard prep is this AIO. And this is brand new, like I was saying. Shout out to Montech for sending this out. I've heard really good things. I know Gamers Nexus was talking very positively about this Montech HyperFlow ARGB 360. I don't really know much about it. I got a stack of... I need some tools, actually, before we do that. I got a stack of HyperFlow AIOs, various sizes and colors and whatnot. We need that, that, and that. But we're gonna test it out. See how good it is. Does this have everything I need? Yeah. Take that. AIO for 7500F? Yes, it makes no sense. This is a pure aesthetic build. Whenever you have a lot of free parts coming in, sometimes you just gotta use them. This is not a build guide video. I would not say or recommend to anybody, yes, you need an AIO with a 7500F. Obviously, you do not. But when I get free parts, they could either sit on the shelf, or I could put them in builds that don't really make a ton of sense, but a person is getting a free AIO. I made my decision, man. I made my decision. All right, here we go. Let's see what... Oh, are the fans installed? Oh, I would love to see that. Huge if true. Oh, they are. I love that. Wow. Oh, this is nice. Okay, Montech. Okay. Okay. There we go. Check this out. I really like how the CPU block looks. I think this aesthetic with a white RGB is gonna look really nice. Is there no instructions? Okay, that I don't like. I hate that companies are doing that. No paper manual. That is so annoying. I don't even see a QR code for the manual. What's going on here, Montech? What? I know we're like trying to save the trees and whatnot, but I need a manual. I don't know how to do this. Wow, I really don't see anything here. I gotta be messing up. Am I blind? Cooler Master would never. Yeah, wow. I know not everybody cares, but like I'll easily dock you a point for not including a paper manual. I mean, you at least have to have a little piece of paper with a QR code on there. They literally don't even have that. Do I gotta like ChatGPT this? They need to use QR codes? I agree, at a minimum. Maybe they just expect you to ChatGPT it. Alright, let's figure this out, I guess. What the... Okay, this is all Intel stuff. These are radiator screws. We will definitely need that. Here's some back plates. I don't think these are... Oh, this one might be. AM5. No, that one's not AM5. Is this just a... This might be a latching system. This might be an easy... Intel. This thing. These are not AM5. We don't need thermal paste, or we don't need that thermal paste. We don't need any of this. What in the world is this thing? What is this? Quick release? No, not a quick release. Quicker release. Yeah, I think it might just be these. But how does this work? Montech, what are you doing to me? We really gotta figure this out for ourselves, huh? Okay, so I think this just slides off. Like this. Okay. And then probably one of these actions, like this. Something like that. And then, yeah, that looks right. Top and bottom. And then... Okay. And then these are just gonna... go... Oh, not like that. Like this. And then you put one of these things on here. One of these screws. Maybe? Anybody do this one? I think we got it. I think this is all it is. Yeah, just a little quick release thing. I mean, I am a fan of this. This makes installing the cooler easy. Although, this doesn't feel right. But no instructions, what the? Who does that? Next to the white box? What are you talking about next to the white box? I don't want to be talking smack about not having an instructions. And then I actually just lost them, but I don't see them, man. Check inside of the white thing in the box there. No, it's not there, guys. I already looked on that one. I don't think they came with it. Okay, there we go. All right, that's it. I mean, that's prepped. This thing's just gonna wrap around the bridges over there. We got some ARGB action here. It is daisy chainable. That's good to see. We're not going to take advantage of it. We have no other RGB products. And then one PWM connector. And then this, dude, this is a good looking, this is a real good looking radiator and fan setup. I'm digging this. These are daisy chained together that just ends in this connection right here with, another ARGB. Okay, so they're separated. Yeah. So these can daisy chain into each other. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty straightforward. It just didn't have instructions. Okay. That'll work. We just gotta not mess up that thermal paste. Yeah, that'll work. I'm okay with that. Not bad. Benjamin with the 2 super chat says, should I upgrade my 1660 Super to a 5070 or 5070 Ti? Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you? If you got the funds, if you're going to do a big upgrade like that, though, chances are you're going to need other components as well. The CPU that you have with your 1660 Super is probably not going to be good enough for a 5070 Ti. I could be wrong, but probably not good enough. It's under the desk. I saw it fall. I feel like you're trolling me, but I am gonna look. I don't want to dock them points if they did actually come with one, but I don't think it did, man. Yeah, like I definitely don't think that I would have missed something like that. You know, it's like if I did miss it, then it was probably like super tiny and not colorful. You know? And it was like very easy to miss, because when companies don't include the instructions for their AIO, that is super frustrating and annoying, but good thing I figured that out. Are those not the instructions? They were. That was indeed the instructions. Good job, Montech. User error strikes once again. It comes for us all. Bro, that went right over my head. If you guys weren't tracking that whole thing, Montech did include the instructions. Okay, they're literally right here. They fell. Somebody said that they saw them fall. I thought they were trolling. They weren't. They did actually see it fall. It fell right down into the sim rig. I was complaining the whole time that they didn't come with instructions. To my defense, rewind it. I said there's a chance that I lost it, and I specifically said I don't want to dock points just in case I did lose it. That did end up being the case. I lost it. But we figured out how to install it without the instructions, so we're good. We're good. Montech survives. My fate does not. I am going to be improving on the Twitch sub ranking icons. I mean, I like what we have. I like how it's the ZTT logo, but it follows the bronze, silver, gold, 80 plus power supply ranking. I like it. But I finally have an idea that I want to do, so we're gonna change that at some point. I have no idea when. That can't be a super high priority, but it is officially on the list now. I want to redo those. Montech would have been on Gamers Nexus tomorrow. Honestly, that was one of the things that was in the back of my mind of why I wasn't like confident that it didn't come with it, is because I know Gamers Nexus talked highly about this AIO. I didn't actually see like what all he said, but I just know he talked highly about it. So that's why I kind of had it in the back of my mind. I was like, maybe I did lose this. Big Papa Zach, I love you. Please shout out. There you go, man. Dan. There's your shout out, Dan. Big Papa Zach, when is the PC building speedrunning stream? I don't know if ever. I think I made a dedicated video about that. But I just have no aspirations of speedrun. I've never done it. I have no aspirations of speedrunning a PC. I mean, we're about at hour 2 yet, and I don't even have the case out. I mean, I like chilling. I like relaxing, talking to you guys. Drinking some Crown. Do I need this? No. I like chilling while building a PC. Like, it is... I genuinely enjoy the process of PC building. I don't see any benefit, other than entertainment, possibly, that speedrunning would provide me. So, I'm just not about that life, man. But what if it's a race against your wife? Oh. I mean, my wife can build PCs, but she can't build PCs faster than me. I don't think that would be good entertainment. I don't think anybody would get value out of that. PC building is supposed to be enjoyed, not rushed. I mean, that's literally exactly how I feel. I would do it if it was like a, you know, like a competition or something. Like, it's not something that I would set up, but like if a big time creator was like, hey man, I want you on this video, you got to speed run a PC. Like, I would say yes. I'm not like that against it. But for my own content, like, I'm not gonna push that issue. I don't really care. What I should have cared about though was that big twist tie that I just got rid of. Maybe I left it in here. Yes, I did. I want this twist tie. Big Papa Zach, you have no idea how much I appreciate you. I got you. I was Anon gifted a sub. I'm a Twitch noob. Thank you. Nice. Thank you for saying thank you. I don't know who it was. They were anonymous. But yeah, I like when people show appreciation for the gifted subs. No ads. Double the giveaway points. that you earn from watching. You get the ZTT badge next to your name. Yeah. Gifted subs are a big deal, man. It's very, very generous of those people. Especially Milkman, my God, with 30 gifted tonight. That's ridiculous. Is your wife one of the tech baddies? We posted a gym selfie. And I said, that's my tech baddie right there. On IG stories. The gym photos are only ever on IG stories. Oh no, I posted one of them to Twitter the other day. You don't see that on the other channels though. How do you choose the winner? It's just a raffle style giveaway. The more tickets you have, the higher chance you have at winning. But all it takes is one. Alright, that's done. Power supply is prepped. We can get out the case. I really like trying new cases. Like this one. This is the brand new Lian Li LanCool 207 digital. This is a screen. I know it's hard to see because it's all black. This is a screen right here. And it comes in pre-installed with 4 PWM all black fans. This is the starting point of the cable management, which doesn't look super organized, but it's actually not all that bad. We basically just have one channel of cables over here. We have a huge cable management tray right here with these obnoxiously large Velcro straps right here. So we can fit any amount of cables that we want to. The power supply basement is inverted. So we're actually putting the power supply up here towards the front. That way the fans right here can blow in fresh air directly to the GPU. We also got some this is what you get with a high quality case manufacturer. We got another little tackle box set with some screws and everything, even dividers, so you can divide this all up however you want after you build your PC. Thank you for your purchase from Lian Li. Nice little addition to the setup there. I always appreciate stuff like that. And then, yeah, everything else is pretty basic. There is a power cable under here, which is twist tied to this side of the case, which I don't think is a great idea. Oh, I can remove this. Got some USB action here. I don't know what... Oh, that's for the screen. We can remove this panel, which is cool. That gives us access to this little twist tie, which is what I was worried about, because this is where our power cable extension is. This is the power cable. So this is going to plug into the power supply because it's up at the front of the case. That way the power supply cable in the back of your PC still plugs into a traditional spot back here, but this is just an extension cable to route it up to here. It also comes included with a GPU sag bracket that's adjustable. I mean, this is nice so far, man. This is typical fashion, high quality Lian Li right here. Looks good. Quiet Ronan with the $10 YouTube super chat says, my sister wants to build a PC for my niece and wants something that's able to game and good for video editing with a price around $1,500. What CPU and GPU would you recommend? $1,500 editing PC. I mean, let's just assume that you can get a GPU at a normal price. Let's just assume that. Whether you can snipe one, which is becoming a little bit easier to do now, or you live near a micro center. Papa Zach, do you think I can shake your hand one day? If you come up to me, I will shake your hand. I have never said no to somebody asking to shake my hand. You gotta find me, though. Don't be a creeper about it, though. But if you see me in the gym, at the airport, please say hi, man. Almost everybody that, like, has come up to me, like, out out in the real world where there's like grass and whatnot, we have almost always just had a conversation about their PC. I am always just asking like what they're rocking, trying to gather some intel about what people are rocking out in the real world these days, you know? And there's always some story about the GPU deal that they got, or, you know, where they bought their parts from. There's always something to be said. Okay. Let's start putting these puzzle pieces together, shall we? IO shield in there. No cuts, no blood. Looking good so far. Let's get this motherboard in here now. Oh, see, this is already gonna look clean, man. Oh, this is gonna look good. So we're gonna have some nice white upper RGBs here. We got this nice and reflective white and black heatsink. We got the GPU with just a little bit of white action there. It's gonna look nice, and then we'll have some white RGBs on the RAM. This is gonna look good, man. This is gonna look good. You gotta trust the process on this one. Looks great so far. Yeah, I'm excited about this aesthetic. That is not the right motherboard screw. My bad. It is... Oh my god. Oh, these. Here we go. Are you gonna update the BIOS? We always update the BIOS, even for giveaway PCs. Our customer builds, obviously, we update everything. But we honestly treat our giveaway PCs like customer PCs. Like we don't do really anything differently, other than you don't get the freebies with the giveaway. the fake plant, the ZTT headset stand, the ZTT mouse pad. You don't get that stuff with the giveaway PC, but I mean, pretty much everything else is as if you were just a customer. What's the name of the case? This is the Lian Li LanCool 207 Digital. It's brand new. It's got a screen on the front of it. How do you know if you won the giveaway? Ideally, you're in the stream, but if you're not, it's always a Twitch DM. Twitch DM. Where to get a ZTT mousepad? As of right now, it is only if you buy a PC. It's a black mousepad with like a matte black ZTT logo on it. It's super clean. Like I love like matte black on black for designs of stuff like that. I think it's super clean, minimal, like not overly brandish, you know. We have a conversation like once a week about selling them, because we do have a decent amount of people asking. But as of right now, you can only buy them you can only get them if you buy a PC. ZTT outlet, good question. It was supposed to launch this week, but with me leaving for vacation here soon, we're probably going to launch it next week. What could you do with a broken GPU? Fix it. We have so many GPUs and other products that are just broken, that are like past their return window. Certain brands, like we don't really do RMAs for. Some just products in general, we don't want to go through the 6-week RMA process. It's just easier for us to get rid of them. And there's a lot of people out there that have the skill set to buy broken parts, and they solder or do, I mean, it's not like a quick fix. It's not like you just reset the BIOS. Well, some of them might be a BIOS issue, actually. But you got to know what you're doing. Like, not a normal Joe Schmo can't just do it. But if you know what you're doing, you can make really good profit by doing that. Buying them, fixing them up, and then selling them for a normal price. I mean, that's some people's jobs. Why do people call you Big Papa? I responded to one of our in one of our videos, when I respond to the comment said Big Papa Zach. So I said that in the video. And I think people will realize that if you say Big Papa Zach, you get my attention. Honestly, I don't hate it. There might be more comments that I respond to that say Big Papa. Okay, let's figure out this fan situation. We got, are these daisy chained? I can't tell. Yeah, I think these are daisy chained together. So we got two connections in the back here. This one is from the rear fan, and then this one is hopefully from the daisy chain of everything else. So let's get all of that plugged in. I hope we have enough fan headers. So far it's not looking amazing for this motherboard, but I think we have enough. I made an account just so I could watch you. Appreciate that, man. Ghost pre-workout is a dub too. That is like exclusively my pre-workout. I've feel like I've tried everything, but I always come back to Ghost. I do Ghost hydration and Ghost pre-workout. Protein. Ghost's protein tastes good, but it does not sit well in my stomach at all. Everybody in the house knows when I've had a Ghost protein shake, it can get pretty deadly in here. Black coffee is my workout. If that's how I was, like, I would be okay with it. I just enjoy the... I enjoy the beta alanine kicking in and giving you that jittery feeling. I need my jitters. I need my face to tingle right before I'm about to lift. It's not just about the caffeine. Okay. This is kind of a weird setup for cable management. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with this whole thing. I will say that it's very weird that, I mean, I like these like little channels here for the cable management. I'm definitely a fan of all this Velcro and area here for cable management, but there is nothing over here. Like, there's no zip tie down points at all. Like, what am I supposed to do with all of these cables down here? Just, I guess just leave them in the power supply basement. There's nowhere to make that fancy. That part I'm not a fan of. And like, I can't really do anything here either. There's just this extra cable. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to do. I think I'm just gonna install the power supply now. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. This is gonna be a very weird power supply setup. Usually our power supply is in the back. This is the front of the case. The power supply is actually going up front. I did not look up ahead of time how this works. We are going to wing it. I am pretty sure that I can just slide this in like this over top of some of these cables like this, and then up at the front here we remove this panel, and then here is our power supply that mounts into the traditional ATX screw holes right here, and then this is where we plug in this extension cable that goes right here. Very weird setup, but I like it. It's so this is the innovation that I want to see. This is so the GPU can get fresh air from underneath the case. I like it. I like these types of changes in cases. They're not just switching these things around for no reason. This is entirely dedicated to getting more fresh air into our GPUs, which I am all for. I think it's cool. Hot Dog Water is back with the 600 biddies. Says first farm protein, something pre-workout for me. 4:30 a.m. workouts. What lifting program you on? I don't know anything that you just said, to be honest. But for my workout plan, I am currently doing a Jeff Nippard split, like his pure bodybuilding split, I think. I really like Jeff Nippard. He's a science-based fitness YouTuber. It's a 4-day split. It's push, pull, legs, and then the 4th day is arms and weak point. So whatever you want to consider your weak point. For me, I consider it shoulders, so I can get a little bit of extra shoulders work in. So that 4th day is shoulders and arms. And I like that better than just the traditional push-pull legs. Push-pull legs is too much legs. My legs need another day off compared to just push-pull legs. 2-minute ad? Alright. I see the ad. I see it. I'll wait. I'm just screwing in these screws. Other than football, what other sports do you like? Says Bam Bam with the $2 YouTube super chat. Thank you for that super chat. UFC is my second favorite sport. I don't miss a pay-per-view, like I was saying earlier. Formula 1 is my third favorite sport. I haven't missed a race since Imola at last season, when I became a Formula 1 fan. I'm a brand new Formula 1 fan. Jam these cables. So the problem with this setup, though, is I got a bunch of extra cables here because I have a non-modular power supply, and I can't just jam a bunch of cables underneath here, because then they're either going to stick up into the fan blades, because there's no grill underneath these fans, or it's just going to block the airflow, and then we're right back to square one. I don't know how I feel about this. I might be changing opinion on this one too. Formula 1 and this case. What if you cut them? The cables? Yeah, we could just do that. On a non-modular power supply, just snip the cables? Yeah. That sounds like a safe recommendation. Should we do it right now? Snip. That's what I'm thinking, man. We just snip it. Don't gotta worry about it. Alright, I'm plugging in the 24 pin. I know you can't really see it. That's plugged in. Cut them for science? I mean, what could go wrong? We got our fun 12 volt high power connector. That's always fun. I guess we'll route that up and through this way. Like so. And then we got some... The 4+4... See, the 4+4... That's got to be routed up this way now. What if they want to upgrade their PC later on? Okay, sorry. I mean no disrespect. If anybody thought that I was serious about snipping these power supply cables, I am definitely not. Don't ever snip power supply cables. Ever. That was a complete joke. I was hoping an explanation wasn't needed. It was. I'm sorry. I did not mean to confuse you. Never snip power supply cables. So this is the 24 pin. It's got to be routed this way because, again, there is no cable management options over yonder. So we just got this huge tray or area for cables. Pro tip: your sarcasm voice was too convincing. It is shocking, like how, I mean, I shouldn't say it's shocking. It's very believable. There is a lot of sarcasm that like people on the internet like just don't pick up on. And it makes 100% complete sense. Because people don't know me. You don't know me in real life. It's hard to know when someone's sarcastic if you don't know them. But I mean, my God. Sometimes people don't see it at all. It's entertaining. Okay, there we go. So we have those cables. Yeah, I'm gonna be upfront about this. I am not a fan of the cable management solution of this Lian Li case at all. It looked good at first, but the fact that there is absolutely nothing over here or over here, and this is just one very wide cable management channel, like an Instagram worthy cable management build would not be fun. Not that I'm trying to do that, but it would not be fun. And then with the power supply up here, there's just nothing that you can do because you don't want to stuff the cables underneath here, because then the fans aren't doing the exact reason this whole case is designed this way, by intaking fresh air. I just realized that there's not holes on the bottom of this. So their whole thing is, wow. Their whole thing is intaking air from the side, or from the back and then the side. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I mean, Lian Li people are definitely smarter than me, but kind of weird. Kind of weird. Let's do the radiator up top here. We got our AIO here. I don't want to mess up this thermal paste because we are going to use that. I need to untwist tie this. And then that should be good. And now we can mount our radiator like so. That's going to fit perfectly. This is going to look beautiful. I do want to route some of these cables beforehand before we do that though, just to make things a little bit easier. Like that. I think I'll be able to do the other ones afterwards. Is there going to be enough room for me to? Yeah, not a lot, but enough. Now we got to find a spot for this to not get messed up. Like that. Yeah. Now we get our radiator screws, which I should have opened ahead of time. Bring that over here so you guys can see it, kind of. And now we can mount the radiator to the top of the case. Finally accumulated the list and started building my PC. Nice, man. Best of luck on the build. Don't forget the RGB. It won't game without it. True. Big Papa Zach, what's your favorite build that you have made? I never have a good answer to that, to be honest. I mean, I always like my personal builds. Like the one that's sitting beside me. I like the 3D printed GPU panel on it with the 9070 XT. That's fun. But I don't know. Like I don't have a clear-cut favorite build that I've ever done before. I love your personal build. Thank you. Appreciate that. I do. It is due for a wallpaper refresh though. The Lucario has overwelcomed its stay at this point. I mean, I like the white and blue. I like how the GPU looks with that white. But what I really want to do next is figure out a different wallpaper theme, like any random color, and then reprint the 3D panels here to match the color of whatever I set to the wallpaper. I just don't know which wallpaper to use yet. But I wanna just completely redesign the color scheme. because I have the ability to print those 3D printed panels. Steelers, yeah, I was thinking about doing Steelers, but that's a little too typical. But yeah, I mean, the 9070 XT is performing great. I made that video about undervolting it a couple weeks ago. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. We got the thermal paste on here. It does not have any plastic protector or anything. I'm going to keep these cables out of the way over here. And then I do like this latching mechanism here, but it can be a little tricky sometimes. So I'm going to try to do that now. I'm going to latch the bottom. We're just using the bridge that came with the motherboard. That one's in there. Definitely got to stand up for this. And then I'm going to push down and latch the top side as well. That actually latched very easily. Sometimes that can be a little tricky. So now I'm going to hand tighten the top screw just so it doesn't go anywhere. And also hand tighten the bottom screw. These are just making that latching system a bit tighter. Again, using the plastic bridges that came with the motherboard pre-installed. And now I can use a screwdriver and just screw them down. I'm going to go back and forth to evenly apply that pressure. And then boom. I mean, that's on there. That was very easy. I like that. Very easy. How's that looking? That's looking good. These cables, no kinks in them or anything. Looks very clean, super smooth. Now we just gotta cable manage it. And then put in our GPU. And we're good. We're good. This is looking pretty solid. Pretty solid. Diego Lopez is an animal? Yeah, I like Diego Lopez, but that last fight, I don't think he's championship ready material yet, but I have been rooting for him. The hype train is here. We set a record-breaking hype train at the beginning of the stream. Did anybody see what level that got up to? I think it was like 14. It said we broke the record. Our record, not the Twitch record. How's your day been, Big Papa Zach? Well, it started off with... Wait, was the George Pickens news yesterday or today? Hold on. I think that was today. Oh my god, I'm so turned around. Was that today? No, it was yesterday. Yeah, never mind. Today started off fine. Oh my god, it's been a blur. Yeah, today's going good. That power flicker was the highlight of my day, though. FedEx is always losing my crap and breaking items. Yeah, I've heard from drivers of competitors, so not like great data, but I've heard a lot of people complain about how, like, one person was telling me that FedEx doesn't hire people, like their drivers are contractors. So they have like no continuity. I don't know how accurate this is, but he was explaining that like they have like no driver continuity, which is why they have a lot of issues because it's just a bunch of contractors. But yeah, we exclusively use UPS, or I shouldn't say exclusively. Every now and then shipping with the post office makes sense. Not builds, but small stuff sometimes makes sense with the post office. But other than that, like, we ship all of our builds with UPS. It's true, my boy is contracted through FedEx. Okay. Amazon also contracts their drivers. Yeah, that's a problem too. Yeah, Amazon Business has been a little bit better. Like, we have our Amazon Business address hooked up to the account. And there's like options for you to give them like special instructions as a business, like your hours and delivery instructions and whatnot. It's been pretty good. But I still get a lot of phone calls from Amazon being like, hey, I'm here. I'm like, I don't see you. Where are you? Okay, that's all plugged in. That doesn't look bad. What do I want to do? RGB. Now, the one thing we're going to do so we can see the RGB action is we're going to use... Oh my god, I forgot about this too. I brought an extra fan. There's no fan in the back. We got to do that too, guys. We can't forget that. We're also going to do some RGB SATA action. I explain this a lot. I have the radiator and the AIO block daisy chained together, and that results in this right here. One 3-pin ARGB connector. I could definitely plug that into the motherboard, and we will do that for whoever wins this giveaway PC. But in order for us to see the colors and configure the colors on the stream, I'm going to use this guy. This is just SATA power into this 3-pin ARGB connector. And it comes included with a button for mode, speed, and color. That way I can configure the RGB colors without having to use the motherboard software, because I am not installing Windows tonight. I need to go to bed. So we're going to do that. That way we can just see what the build is going to look like. But preference-wise, most people want to plug in directly to their motherboard. That way you have full control of over those RGBs. Now, one thing I want to do though, before we install that back fan and install the... Oh man, I forgot I lost my power connector. I gotta use this one. One thing I want to do is I want to plug this in real quickly and do a quick functional check to make sure that these RGBs and fans are all spinning and we got lights. I want to make sure that's good to go first. Jericho with Twitch Prime resub, thank you. What time is it for you? 11 p.m. Hcraft with the tier 1, thank you. All right, plug this in. There we go. And all we're looking for is that all of the fans spin and we get RGB. Where is the button? Up top. So far, so good. I do want to change the color. I just want some white. So far, so good. You can see it coming to life. We got white there on deck. That's all I want to do. Turn it off. Don't look at it. Just relax. It's not done yet. It's getting there. It's looking good though. It's getting there. Wait, it has a screen? Yes. This is the Lian Li LanCool 207 digital. That front is a screen on the case. That RAM is really bright. Yeah, that was obnoxiously bright. Let's install this back fan here. I need some fan screws though. I do not like when cases do not come with a back fan. It's very frustrating. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Does turning a PC off during its first post affect it? I mean, not to the point where like you'll have a problem. There's probably a... It causes a delay on the next boot, you know? I don't know. Not something that I'm worried about, but I'm sure there is an effect. At least I would guess. But it's all good. Did I miss the RAM wiggle test? No, I forgot about that, man. We should do one. Yeah, we gotta do the... We gotta stay up to date on the RAM wiggling. Make sure these motherboard and RAM manufacturers aren't messing around. Do you have ZTT water bottles? I mean, I have one. I don't think we have them for sale, though. We might. They might still be on Teespring, actually. It's not... I don't really promote merch right now. I don't want to, like, promote merch until we go, like, back all in on it. Merch just hasn't been a priority. At some point it'll make sense, but alright, I'm just gonna unplug this one fan cable and daisy chain that into the fan that I just plugged in. Mess up all that cable management that I just did. But it's all good. That way we get this back fan plugged in. Because of the tariff? No, not because of the tariffs. We just haven't concentrated on merch. We don't really have, like, we don't really do a lot of artwork. You know, like, we have the ZTT logo, and I like wearing a lot of ZTT shirts, but I don't think there's a lot of people out there like this is quality artwork right here, obviously. Like, this whole design took an entire team of S-tier graphic designers to put something like this together. You know, we don't have... ZTT doesn't have that team yet. You know, one day we will. Where I can just be like, all right, I need this shirt with this design, go make it happen. We just don't have that. You know, one day we'll try to get to this level. We just don't have it yet. Absolutely S tier? Yeah, exactly. We're just not there yet. We're working on it, man. We just gotta uninstall these brackets now and we should be good. Install the GPU. I'm gonna build my dream PC, a PS5. Wow. Best of luck with that build, man. Sounds like an elaborate setup you got there. Okay. Now we can finally unbox this GPU. We haven't unboxed this yet. Here we go. This is the Asus Prime RTX 5060 Ti. I said this during my last build. I think this Asus Prime GPU series, just the RTX 50 series cards, not any previous versions. I think the Asus Prime RTX 50 series cards is the aesthetics are criminally underrated. I think this is one of the cleanest GPU series that we have. Nothing flashy. But it's just clean, simple. It's got a couple white color accent pieces here. But I mean, I'm digging this GPU design, man. You got these white lines here. The side profile I really like. Again, I'm a big fan of like matte black on black. I think that looks really good. Just got some white minimal branding here. And then that's it. I like it. I've been really enjoying these cards. If I had to buy a 50 series card for a personal build, I would probably buy this. How much was it? I mean, MSRP is $440 or $430, I think. $430 for the 16 gig model. This is the review unit that Asus sent us. So again, when I get free parts, you guys get free parts. Put that in there. HD with the $6.90 donation. Thank you very much. No message. So used? No, it's not used. Well, I mean, it was used for like 2 hours. Do we consider that used? I don't. We used it. I don't. We might not have even used it for 2 hours. I think we benchmarked like 5 games. Might not have even been 2 hours. Oh my god! I made a critical mistake. Oh, that's so devastating. Oh my god, that sucks so bad. That's gonna delay me another 10 minutes. Oh. Why did nobody stop me? I had the 12 volt out here ready to rock and roll against my best wishes. And the 5060 Ti does not use a 12 volt. And I have the normal 6+2s like neatly cable tied. Oh my, that sucks. Oh, that's devastating. Yeah, I'm sure some of you called me out on that and I just missed it. Oh man, my fault. The good news is we don't have to use a 12 volt high power. Great news, in fact. Just not great in terms of how much time this build is taking now. More giveaway points though. So we do have that going for us. Couple positives. Still good. Still overall net positive. Do we have a non... No, we only have these. I hate that. We only have the double 6+2s. That will have to zip tie. Less fire risk? Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. Definitely a net positive. Not having to use the 12 volt high power. It's just, I already had a cable managed. With the 12 volt. But it's alright. We'll be alright. We'll make it happen. Okay. So, I wonder if this cable's long enough to reach all the way... I doubt it, but if it's long enough to reach all the way up here... Oh, wow, it is! Oh, wow, that actually works. Okay, wow, couple positive. There is a GPU... There is a hole for the GPU power cable to come up and through. The 12 volt was not long enough, but this 6+2 is. And it's actually perfect because it hides the double 6+2, which will be behind there. So we won't even see it. This is actually a major net positive. Wow. That will work. Okay. Hold on. Okay, this is what the back of the PC is looking like. Like I said, it's a little difficult to do the Instagram worthy cable manage. Man, I mean, you definitely could if you wanted to. I could definitely like zip tie this down. A little bit more optimization over here. I am just choosing not to. As I say that, I'm trying to like make it look better. Like that. This bulk is the only thing that's like super annoying. I could feed like this like down and back up through here. I'm sure that's what a lot of people do. I'm not really about that lifestyle. It's a lot of work. I'm just gonna leave this right here, which is that guy. We should be able to install the panel now without too much hassle. Yeah, that installs just fine. I don't even need to fake it. And then here we go, man. Whew. How we feel? Oh, dang. Oh, that's looking clean. Let me get that side panel on before we start judging this. Put this on to cover. Maybe. There we go. Like that. Dubs? Hold on, I didn't turn it on yet. We can't give dubs without I mean, that... Dude, that looks... I mean, that... That's clean though. That's clean already. Let's try it. Let's test this out now. We got the RGB dialed in. Where'd my power cable go? There we go. Pre-dubs. I'm okay with pre-dubs. But let's make sure. Oh, let me get that top panel on. Almost forgot about that. There we go. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the next giveaway PC. It's right here. How we feeling? Dang. Dude, I like that, man. Oh, that's clean. That's sophisticated. No flashiness. Just a little bit of light in there. Some white. We got the screen coming up. Oh, I didn't plug in the screen. Oh, I forgot. I didn't plug in the screen. I gotta do that. My bad. I gotta plug in that screen for it to work. I think I can do that pretty easily. How does this work? We'll figure that out later. Yeah, it's on. It's not doing anything though. I like that, man. I like that. This is what... I don't think I've ever built a gaming PC like this. Where it's all black and then just a touch of white RGB. I don't think I've ever done it, but that was the goal. And that's why I really like that motherboard choice. Because it's got that striped, that white striped heatsink right there. We can get those whites to match up a little bit better, and once the PC's loaded, we get a nice little white background on that screen down there. I like it, man.